Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
AFP conducts maritime patrol in Kalayaan to assert sovereignty and boost morale. Authorities nab high-ranking CPP NPA leader in Cagayan de Oro. Public school enrollment and Brigada Escuela start today. COMELEC reminds candidates to file expenditure statement. Hello to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Monday, June 9, and this is AFP Committee News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay, here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, the Armed Forces of the Philippines conducted a maritime patrol in the Kalayaan Island Group aboard BRP Andres Bonifacio, reinforcing sovereignty and security in the West Philippine Sea. The patrol team performed communication and coordination checks near Cota Island and passed by Patag Island. It ensured operational readiness and uplifting troop morale amid challenging conditions. The operation reflects AFP's ongoing commitment to national defense and maritime domain awareness.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Authorities arrested a top CPP NPA leader with multiple warrants during a June 5 raid in Barangay Indahag, Cagayan de Oro City. Criminal Investigation and Detection Group Officer in Charge, Colonel Rani Hachuela, said the 50-year-old suspect, the current Secretary of the Far South Mindanao region, is listed as the most wanted person in Region 11 and Region 12 for murder and terrorism charges. Police seized firearms, explosives, and IDs during the operation. It marked a significant blow to the weakening communist movement.
Armed Forces Radio.
Some information from BEA about new Naval Medical Dental Facility in Legazpi City turned over by SM Foundation.
Good afternoon. The SM Foundation officially turned over the newly renovated Naval Station Dul Hasan Arsain Medical and Dental Dispensary to the Philippine Navy in Rawis, Legazpi City. The upgraded facility now features refurbished examination and consultation rooms, a minor surgical area, pharmacy services, and administrative spaces designed to enhance coordination and patient care. The dental dispensary also saw major improvements, including expanded space for additional dental chairs, infection control area, radiography section, and a prosthodontics area for more comprehensive dental treatment. The improved facility is expected to serve over 15,000 individuals, including members of the armed forces, dependents, and residents of neighboring barangays Rawis and Bogtong. The new facility is the 217th renovation completed under the SM Foundation's Wellness Center program. This is Beatrice reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, BEA.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Army officially welcomed 307 new officers from Officers Candidate Corps Nagdilaab Class 62-2025 during their graduation ceremony at Camp O'Donnell, Capas, Tarlac. Defense Undersecretary Ireneo Espino urged the graduates to embrace their role in modern joint defense strategy. Army Chief Lieutenant General Roy Galido also praised the class for completing a revitalized leadership program. It also emphasized the Army's continued drive for excellence and adaptability.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Western Mindanao Command Commander Lieutenant General Antonio Navarrete led the closing ceremony of Exercise Kamandag 09-2025 at the 2nd Marine Brigade Headquarters in Panglima, Sogala. The activity celebrated enhanced interoperability between Philippine and United States forces. Speaking after observing the full mission profile at Naval Station 1 Magluyan, He praised the joint training's focus on military readiness and humanitarian cooperation. He also lauded all participating units and local partners for strengthening regional security and alliance cohesion.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear more from Leonor about DND Secretary, Philippine Air Force Chief visit all-in-one Bayanihan outreach program in Balabac.
Good day, everyone. Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr., together with Philippine Air Force Commanding General Lieutenant General Arturo Cordura, personally visited the island municipality of Balabac in Palawan for the all-in-one Bayanihan outreach activity. The event brought together various organizations, partners, with one shared goal to uplift the lives of local residents through essential services and support. One of the highlights was the ceremonial turnover of donations, including school kits, food packs, water filters, wheelchairs, and others. The outreach initiative reflects the spirit of Bayanihan, in which Filipinos coming together to help one another, especially in far-flung communities that need it most. Secretary Teodoro and Lieutenant General Cordura also took time to engage with local, emphasizing the government's continuing commitment to bring services closer to the people. This is Leonor Tanap reporting for AFP Community News, 1FP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Leonor.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Relatedly, the Philippine Air Force, through the Tactical Operations Wing West, launched the second all-in-one Bayanihan outreach in Balabac, Palawan. They delivered free medical, dental, educational, and civic services to residents. Joined by Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. and PAF Chief Lieutenant General Arthur Cordura, the initiative highlights the government and AFP efforts to serve remote communities and raise awareness on maritime security.
DWDD National News.
And for our national news, enrollment for public schools nationwide begins today. This coincides with the launch of Brigada Escuela, a community-driven initiative to prepare schools for the upcoming academic year. The Department of Education is urging parents and guardians to prepare enrollment requirements in advance. The agency also encourages early registration for incoming kindergarten students, first-time basic education learners, transfers to public schools, and students entering grade 1, grade 7, and grade 11, as well as potential alternative learning system learners.
Armed Forces Radio.
From our reporter on the ground, let us hear the report of Shaina about 61st IB partners with Cebu Culture for Balik Eskwela Outreach Program in Tigbawan.
Yes, Rofh, the 16th Infantry Battalion in partnership with Cebu Culture successfully held a Balik Eskwela outreach activity in Barangay Bagumbayan, Tagbiuan, Iloilo. This community-centered event was made possible through the combined efforts of the barangay officials, barangay tanods, and barangay health workers. Among the highlights of the activity were free haircut services, a feeding program, fun parlor games, and the distribution of school supplies and learning materials to 50 elementary school children. The Balik Eskwela initiative reflects the Philippine Army's continued dedication not only to peacekeeping but also to nation building through education, community supports, and the spirit of Bayanihan. This is Shaina Raneta reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shaina.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Education officially launched the Brigada Eskwela 2025 today. Education Secretary Sonny Angara urges the Filipinos to go beyond cleaning schools and embrace the campaign's deeper mission, which is Bayanihan and education for all. Angara emphasized that Brigada Eskwela is more than just fixing the schools and noted that the deeper goal is to foster a culture of reading and pave the way for improved learning outcomes in schools. He then emphasized the importance of everyone pitching in, saying that even small acts, whether donating time, supplies, or effort, can leave a lasting impact.
DWDD National News.
Moreover, the Philippine National Police will participate in the Brigada Eskwela program this week. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General John Fajardo said The police force is ready to assist DepEd in the week-long cleanup as well as repairs of chairs and tables in public schools. Aside from general maintenance, the DepEd is also addressing the lack of classrooms in public schools. Fajardo added that the PNP will set up police assistance desks near the school during the opening of classes.
Armed Forces Radio.
From NOLCOM, let us hear some information from Joanne about NOLCOM PCG to intensify patrol operations in northern Luzon.
The Philippine Coast Guard and the Northern Luzon Command have partnered up to intensify maritime domain awareness operations within the Northern Luzon Command Joint Operations Area. The Philippine Coast Guard said the collaboration was made during the courtesy visit of NOLCOM Commander Lieutenant General Fornil Gibuca at the PCG National Headquarters in Port Area, Manila. During the visit, PCG Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hilgavan and Lieutenant General Buca discussed the conduct of regular maritime domain awareness operations within the NOLCOM's Joint Operations Area. The NOLCOM delegation also presented its concept of operations on external security operations. NOLCOM is the Armed Forces of the Philippines Unified Command in charge of the Ilocos Region, Cordillera Administrative Region, Cagayan Valley, and Central Luzon, including the Scarborough Shoal and the Philippine Rise. This is John Sagaok reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Juan from NOLCOM.
DWDD National News.
On the other hand, the Quezon City government reported an increase in human immunodeficiency virus cases from January to March of 2025. UCLGU have recorded 421 new HIV diagnoses from January to March 2025, marking a 7.7% increase compared to the 391 cases during the same period in 2024. It also noted that 35% of the cases were from youths 15 to 24 years old. Mayor Joy Belmonte said the City Health Department has made sure that the patients were receiving the treatment they needed in the city's social hygiene clinic.
DWDD National News.
The Commission on Elections reminded all candidates in the recent midterm polls to file their Statement of Contributions and Expenditures or SOSE. COMELEC Chairperson George Erwin Garcia said that more than 40,000 candidates have yet to file their SOSEs. He said that they expect a deluge of files starting today up to Wednesday, June 11. Garcia recalled that in the past elections, candidates normally file their SOSE a few days before the deadline.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now from Solcom, let us hear from Jess about 31st IB conducts annual marksmanship training and evaluation in Albay.
Yes, good afternoon. The 31st Infantry Charge Battalion Philippine Army, led by Lieutenant Colonel Joy O. Villanueva, officially launched its annual marksmanship training and evaluation on June 5, 2025 in the province of Albay. The training aims to strengthen the troops' combat readiness, discipline, and proficiency in firearms and tactical maneuvers. Key activities include sniper training and evaluation, squad movement drills, weapons proficiency sessions, and combat capability enhancement exercises. To ensure the highest level of training effectiveness, evaluators from the 9th Infantry Spear Division Training School were present to conduct a thorough assessment of each participant's skills. Their expert guidance and evaluation reinforced the unit's commitment to maintaining operational excellence and mission readiness. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
Philippine National Police Chief General Nicolas Torre III will visit the Division on Human Rights to strengthen coordination and cooperation between the two agencies. The CHR earlier expressed concern over Torres' directive that the number of arrests linked to illegal drugs will be among his standards in assessing performance. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Jean Fajardo said the Chief PNP will explain himself because there was a negative interpretation about his recent statement. Fajardo added that CHR representatives are welcome to join operations to observe how policemen arrest suspects.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine Embassy in Phnom Penh, Cambodia repatriated 18 Filipinos who were recruited for illegal work. The embassy said the identified distressed Filipinos were sent home last June 4 with the help of Cambodian law enforcement authorities. They also renewed their warning against dubious job offers online and called on the public to be vigilant against deceptive overseas job opportunities peddled on social media, which bring harmful outcomes in some cases. It also urged the Filipinos wanting to exercise extreme caution against job offers targeting Filipinos for customer service representative and data entry specialist jobs in unregistered companies overseas.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from Mel Joy of First Year G about Sabak 2025 exercises. SMEE company drill successfully conclude in Isabela.
Yes, Rofh, the Salakni Balikatan 2025 exercise, subject matter expert exchange company drill, concluded, marking a successful iteration of the joint military drill between the Philippine Army Reservist and the United States Army Reserve. Over the past weeks, soldiers from both nations have honed their skills, strengthened their partnership, and demonstrated their commitment to peace, stability, and regional security. The exercise, which involved a range of activities from practical training to subject matter expert exchanges, has significantly improved interoperability between the two forces, focusing on humanitarian assistance and disaster relief capabilities. Through subject matter expert exchanges, personnel have gained new skills and knowledge in humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations that boosted the overall capabilities of the reserve force in Region 2. The successful completion of exercises underscores the enduring collaboration and mutual respect between the United States and the Philippines. Professor Boyet L. Batang, Doctor of Philosophy, Isabela State University President, graced the Sabak 2025 closing ceremony in Itiaga, Isabela as the esteemed guest of honor and speaker, highlighted the importance of interoperability and shared strategic vision. This is Meljoy Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy of First CRG.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, the Department of Migrant Workers assured all overseas Filipino workers anew of the government's full backing. Migrant Workers Secretary Hans Leo Kakdak said the government will support those dreams in far-off lands and seas and assure OFWs that they are not alone. Kakdak added that the DMW would also champion a rights-based approach in ensuring the protection of OFWs through its various programs. He further noted that the government has further intensified the campaign against illegal recruitment and strengthened bilateral partnerships with stakeholders and host countries.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Information and Communications Technology has launched the Trabahong Digital program, which aims to generate around 8 million digital jobs by 2028. Assistant Secretary Renato Paraiso said the rollout of the flagship program marks a bold step toward inclusive economic recovery and digital transformation under the leadership of newly appointed DICT Secretary Henry Aguda. The announcement was made at the opening of the National ICT Month in Pasco, Batanes. The DICT said it seeks to leverage the country's growing digital economy by expanding internet connectivity nationwide, especially in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas.
Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Beth. CA officially confirmed the appointments of generals, flag rank officers, and senior officers of Philippine Navy.
The Commission on Appointment has officially confirmed the interim appointment of 8 general and flag rank officers along with the 12 senior officers of the Philippine Navy. The confirmation took place during a session held at the Senate of the Philippines in Pasay City. Leading the list of the confirmed officers are Major General Edwin E. Amadar, Philippine Navy Marines, the Vice Commander of the Philippine Navy, and Rear Admiral Carl E. DiCapia, Philippine Navy, the commanders of the Naval Education, Training and Doctrine Command. With this new confirmation, the Philippine Navy continues to enforce its commitment to safeguarding our seas and serving the nation with excellence. This is Bethanieta reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for the stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Daniete.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Kath. The Philippine Air Force strengthens manpower and organizational strategies at annual conference in Pasay City.
Yes, Rofh. Good noon. The Philippine Air Force, through the Office of the Assistant Chief of Air Staff for Operations, successfully held its Organization and Manpower Management Annual Seminar and Family Conference at Colonel Jesus Villamor Air Base in Pasay City, with the team PAF-OMM focusing on engineering a fully capable and efficient PAF organization. The event was officially opened by Colonel Charlie L. Chu Jr., GSC PAF, the PAF Operations Chief. Participants also underwent the Lean Six Sigma White Belt certification program, equipping them with essential tools for process improvement, operational efficiency, and data-driven decision-making. Major General Ulysses S. Marquez, PAF Chief of Air Staff, highlighted the importance of being proactive in elevating the Air Force manpower competencies, underscoring the critical role of people in mission success. This is Kat reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Kath.
DWDD National News.
A total of 115 foreigners who were found illegally staying and working in the Philippines were deported during the first week of June. Bureau of Immigration Commissioner Anthony Viado said most of these foreigners are Vietnamese nationals, while some are South Koreans. Viado added that the majority of those deported were arrested for working without proper documentation in the Philippine offshore gaming operators, which have been shut down by the government due to their involvement in criminal activities. The BI chief stressed that these deportations are a strong message that the Philippines will not tolerate lawlessness and that we are serious about protecting our national security.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that concludes today's broadcast, and thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.